But the craziest part of the ride, it's mad dark and then suddenly it stops. And I'm like, wait, are we about to go backwards? Backwards was my first thought, but what did they do? They dropped us in the way that I don't like to be dropped. Tried a new hairstyle. Do you like it? The buns are a little wonky, but it's okay. I ain't complaining. I like it. I like it a lot. Did these little things. I was gonna maybe I'll put some beads on them eventually, but for now we're naked. Why is this one longer than this one? I know it's a little, listen, don't clock me. My hair smells really good. If you can see some white in my hair, that's because it's not totally dry yet. I tried to blow dry it, but it's just, listen, it's just doing its own thing. And I really don't want frizzy hair. If my hair can do anything, it can frizz like a motherfucker. If you have type 4 hair, or if you have curly hair in general, then you know that if you don't manually dry your hair, it takes 5 ever to dry, like maybe a week. So I'm not even gonna complain. It's looking really good right now and I don't want to disturb it, to be quite honest. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaeda, if you didn't already know that, and today we are continuing with a series on this channel that I'm calling 23 Days of Love, where I talk about something that I love every single day until August 22nd, 2020, which happens to be my 23rd birthday. Yesterday was day 5 and we talked about performing. Today we're going to talk about something else that I enjoy so much, and that would happen to be amusement parks, particularly though roller coasters. Originally today's topic was just going to be roller coasters, but I realized that I like amusement parks. Like, I just like the atmosphere of like an amusement park or like a theme park or parks with the big rides. You know, I like festivals and I like those like type of festivity, especially now. I kind of just miss all of it, but I think amusement parks, the ones with like the big rides, the big scary rides, that is my place to be. So I've always liked amusement parks since I was little, but I have to credit that to my older cousins and my older brother, because they would get me on those rides. I think if I just looked at those rides, I would not get on them. I mean, they looked fun, I guess, but they were just not for my little heart, not for me. If they hadn't forced me, I don't know if I would like roller coasters so much. It was always, oh, let's get Jaeda on it, let's make sure she's tall enough, you know? Are you 54 inches yet? Are you 54 inches? 54 inches is how tall you have to be to get on like any ride at Six Flags. So once I hit 54 inches, like, it was over. I was on every single ride. To this day, I'll get on every single ride. So if you're rolling with me and you don't want to get on the rides, you know, just be prepared to like hold some bags or something, because like I'm getting on every ride, okay? Like, I'll go with my mom because she gets on every ride, every single ride. My cousins get on every ride, period. Like, that's what we go there for, the big rides. If you don't get on every ride and that is not your jam, you can come, just like be prepared to hold some bags, you know? Bag lady, you gon' hold my stuff. Just be prepared for that. I've been on every ride at Six Flags Great Adventures. I've been to the one in Maryland, the one in Jersey, and the one in Albany. And I would have to say that Six Flags Great Adventure in Jersey is like one of my favorite parks ever. I've been on like every single ride except for one. The ride like right next to King Ka, that one that's like the free fall ride, I will not get on it. I don't like free fall rides. I don't like them at all. It's just not it. Especially when that big, I can't do it, man. And then one time, me and my friend went to Six Flags and her dad got on that ride and he got stuck. I mean, not just him. Like, everyone was on it, but like they were just sitting there, and like, I don't know, I'm cool. I don't appreciate just being dropped from the sky. I know, and I know, listen, I know, I get it. I know that's what roller coasters are, but it's like a different type of high. I don't know, you know, like with free fall rides, like your whole body is just like dropping. I guess like I'd rather drop this way than I would this way. Free fall rides and me. Yeah, like I said, I've been on every other ride in that park. Like, I know where everything is. It's so sad. I had a season pass one year. My aunt had bought me a season pass. That's when I went to the Maryland one for the first time. And then when I came back home, I was like, I can't just let this go to waste. So I went to Six Flags Jersey like 12 times that summer. Crazy, I know. I mean, it's not that crazy, but for me, like, I usually only go like once a year, and we always used to make sure to go every year. So some of my favorite rides in the park, first and foremost, Nitro. Ooh, what a good ride. It's like the mama ride of the park. It's like big and like tall. It's like really like vast. When you're on it, it's like so graceful. I don't know. It's a journey. It's a journey. It's like, it's really nice because it's like at the corner of the park, so you get like the trees and stuff and nature, and it's just like really beautiful. And then at night you can see the clouds because it's super tall, and it's just a good time. I love that ride. It's so fun. much. And I could get on that forever. I remember one time I went there, and the best time in the park is when they're like gonna close, kind of. You get to the best ride and there's no lines and you just get on it, and then sometimes they let you stay on it so you can just like go again and again. That's the best. That is the best time in an amusement park, period. Rides at night are like insane. It's great, especially because it's like cooled down, because when you go to an amusement park and it's super hot, like you will be mad at yourself. But yeah, Nitro is a fan favorite. El Toro, period. That's like, okay, there used to be 2 wooden coasters there. The other one was terrible, so they closed that. But El Toro is so good, man. It's so good. And like, I'm not a wooden coaster queen, but I love that one. It goes like straight down. Like you go up this way, but you go down this way. And I know earlier I said
I don't appreciate just being dropped from the sky.
I can't explain it. It's really fast, and it's like, you know, not so rinky-dink for a wooden coaster. It's actually really smooth. There's always a line for that one, like a huge line. And sometimes it's closed, like, but it's good. I love that ride. Indica. It took me years to get on that ride, actually, because I always look at it and I'm like, I mean, it's like 10 seconds long or something, or 7 seconds, whatever. There's a huge line for it always. So like, why am I waiting in this huge line for a 10-second like roller coaster? Like, it's not even, it's just up and down, you know? And like, it's huge, and like, it just looked unsafe. So I'm like, I don't want to get on that. And then one time my mom, she had gotten off the ride, because she'd been on it, like, she is on and off those rides, man. But she had lost her glasses at one point, and I don't know why that freaked me out so much. I was like, I can't do this. Like, I can't get on that ride. But then one time I did, and it was like so exhilarating. I was like, wow, I need to do that 3 more times. And so I did that same day. The worst part is not even the ride itself. The worst part is when you're sitting there, like when you get on the roller coaster and then they take you out there, and then you kind of just sit there for a little bit, and then they like launch you back a little bit before they shoot you off. That's the worst part, but it's a good one. I mean, some other fan favorites in that park, oddly enough, Bizarro. I like that one. I don't know what it is. I don't even know to this day what Bizarro is. Like, I don't know what that superhero is, but I enjoy it. It's like, I believe it's got like the fire and the ice and stuff. It's really nice. It's like a nice little roller coaster. Plus your feet hang. It's the best when you sit in the front. I mean, a lot of the roller coasters, like the best seat is always in the front. There's a longer line provided for the front. That's why people, you know, people love that. Let me talk about an underrated roller coaster at Six Flags. Skull Mountain? I guess maybe people don't realize because it's in a giant skull. It's like it's in a giant rock, but inside there is an amazing roller coaster. Like, you get in there and like it's all this rock around you. You get on the ride, and again, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter if you sit in the front for that ride because it's dark the entire time, so it really doesn't matter. But sitting in the front is always nice. You always want to lead a coaster. It's fun. But you get on that ride, you're going, they take you outside for a little bit, like you can see outside, like there's a window. There's a hole in the rock. It's not a window. Then you're going up, and then suddenly they shoot you up, and then there's like this mummy sound. They're like, oh. It's really funny, but it's so fun. I love that one. It's so underrated. There's Green Lantern that, I mean, that's the one standing coaster, and it's like, it's alright. I mean, I don't really care that much about it. Before Green Lantern was there was this roller coaster called Scream Machine that was amazing. Okay, amazing. Like, right before they tore that one down, me and my best friend got on that like 10 times in a row. In the middle of the day too. It wasn't even like the end of the day and people were leaving, and there was like no lines for this ride, so we were like, we're gonna get on this over and over again. That's always gonna be a fan favorite. I miss that ride. What other ones? I mean, the Joker is there. I like that ride. It's cool. You know, I went when it was like 3 days old. You know, the park had just opened, I think, and I went. Apparently they have a new ride, Harley Quinn something. I heard something about it. I don't know though. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it because I wasn't planning on going this year after, you know, everything that was going on. So I don't really know. I hope the stars aligned and I can like go at some point this year, but I don't know. It's not looking like that's a plan. If anything, I'd probably go for Fright Fest because I love Fright Fest so much. I also really like Superman. That's the one where you like hang this way, so like, you know, you're like flying. I really like that one because while it's a big coaster, you're kind of like cruising. It's not like so fast and like, you know, so I like that one a lot. Yeah. So those are my favorite coasters. I really enjoy like the Buccaneer. I used to get on that all the time when I was younger. I also like this other one that's like, it's called the Twister, where they kind of just like, they just flip you around a bunch of times. It's crazy. Like they tell you can't wear sandals, you have to wear closed-toed shoes. And oh, let me tell you right now, okay? If you're planning on going to Six Flags, there is a certain fit that you need to have. This is combining with like just practicality and also money saving skills, which I get from my mama. First of all, you want to go on a day that's not too hot because absolutely not, like you don't want to die. Usually we buy the souvenir cup so we can just like share it and stuff. I mean, now I don't know about sharing, but like we used to share it, me and my mom. Like I wouldn't share with anybody else, but like I would share it with my mom. They tell you a lot of times you can't put bags on the other side, so I have a fanny pack and I also have a sweater sometimes. So I put on the sweater and I put the fanny pack under my sweater. Okay, are you reading me? Make sure that things aren't too bulky so that when they do strap you in, it isn't like blocking the way. You don't really need that many things when you go to an amusement park anyway. So you just, get your phone, your money, your keys, whatever, and or you could just leave your keys in the car, honestly. Your ID, or you can get some cargo shorts that zip up. Make sure that is secure. I don't want to hear about nothing flying out of your pants, okay? I don't want that coming back to me. Period. Don't wear glasses, don't wear hats. For my queens, make sure that your hair is secure, okay? Listen, I don't know much about wigs. I don't know that much about wigs, but you need to make sure that thing is secure, okay? So yeah, and make sure you wear your closed-toed shoes, just for those rides that, they say you can't. I know in Superman, I don't think that you can leave your shoes on the other side. So if you're wearing flip-flops, I have some news for you. I've worn flip-flops before and I had to hold them like super tight to my chest because I knew I could not clench them with my toes. So make sure you're wearing closed-toed shoes, and they can be closed-toed sandals, So yeah, I like other parks, but I really only like maybe like a few rides from them. There's this one crazy roller coaster at Busch Gardens. I saw a video about it trending on Facebook like few years ago and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been on that. It's one where like it's only like a few rows of seating. They're like long seating too. It's like, I don't know, maybe like 13 or 15 to a row or something like that. Maybe that's a lot, I don't know. They take you out there, they take you to the top, and then they hold you there. Like they hold you there, and mind you, the drop is like straight down. They're holding you here and then suddenly they just drop you, and that's like the most exhilarating part of the ride. It's a really good one. I like it a lot. I think it's called the Griffin or something. Now there's this other ride that I've been on and I don't remember where it is. I think it might have also been in Busch Garden. Let me ask my mom real quick. Okay, so apparently it's called the Verbolten and it's at Busch Gardens. It's this crazy German ride where like you go into the, I guess not the lobby, but like where you get on the ride. It was like under a hut or whatever, and it's like the nicest looking ride. It's like there's this like German lady over the top like talking to you like, have a good adventure, have a good time, and she's saying something in German that me and my mom don't understand, and I don't know what she's saying, so I can't look it up. It sounds like Auf Wiedersehen. I don't know, I can't say it. I don't know what she's saying. Okay, my mom literally just sent me a text telling me what the lady was saying over the loudspeaker, and it's Auf Wiedersehen. Auf Wiedersehen? Auf Wiedersehen? Auf Wiedersehen? Auf Wiedersehen? Auf Wiedersehen? She said it like Auf Wiedersehen! And apparently it means goodbye, which makes sense when we go off. That's what she said. But it's like the nicest looking ride. You get on it and it's like fun or whatever. It goes and I'm pretty sure they just shoot you up. Like some rides, you go up like gradually and then they take you down. But this one, they just shot you right up. Like they just shoot you up and then you just go. And it's crazy. It went super, super, super fast. But the craziest part of the ride, you go inside for a little bit. And so we're in darkness and stuff and we're like going through this like journey or whatever. It's mad dark. And then suddenly it stops. And I'm like, wait, are we about to go backwards? Like, okay, fine. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Backwards was my first thought, but what did they do? They dropped us in the way that I don't like to be dropped. Like, the whole roller coaster, like, comes to a stop, and then it drops. I'm sorry, huh? The worst part was that I wasn't expecting it. I'm like, how do you drop a roller coaster? Like, okay, y'all doing too much now. But overall, I got off that ride and it was so fun. I wanted to do it again. I don't think we did. But like, I was like, huh, that was a good ride, because I wasn't expecting any of that. Some other parks that I've been to Hershey Park. I love Hershey Park. I don't really remember many of the rides, but I do, like, you know, obviously remember like Light and Dark World and just a whole lot of chocolate. I've been to Disney World one time when I was 8. That was fun. I mean, I don't remember much, but I do remember the Hotel of Terror thing that everyone talks about. As you may know, it's a drop ride, so you know, going back, would I get on that again? I'd probably get on it just because it's a famous ride, but I would not enjoy myself. Yeah, I love roller coasters so freaking much, man. Oh, let me talk about my least favorite roller coasters. I know this is 23 Days of Love, but with everything that you love, you must critique. Specifically in Six Flags Great Adventures, because I know that park so well. Okay, Dark Knight. Girl, I don't understand. That joint was advertised on TV. Like, I was like, Mom, next time we go to Six Flags, we have to go to this ride first because it's advertised on TV and it's gonna be really awesome. We get to the ride, bro. The first part was cool. Like, when you go in and they show you that little movie and then they have the loud bang and then you go in and like there's the line and stuff and it's like inside. It's an inside coaster. And that's all good and well and amazing. I get on the ride and I'm like sitting there and like it's like moving, it's like going up, I guess. The ride is going up and I'm expecting it to go down. But suddenly like it goes up and then we're like going. I'm like, okay, what's happening? And then they just like whip you around. So like it's just a bunch of like whipping around and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is too much. And like they take you down like a couple of times, but it's not even worth it and I have a headache by the end of it. Too much. Like what? Another one that's not that great. Batman? I mean, it's okay. It's not really in the best place because it's like right next to Nitro. So, you know, Nitro is kind of like stealing all of its shine. And they're both yellow, so it's kind of like, I want to get on that yellow one, not that yellow one. Batman is just kind of like really rinky-dink. Like that'll give you a headache too. So I don't get on that one too often. But the one time that they did, listen, Six Flags was in their bag with this one. They had Batman going backwards for a few months. And so when I got on that, it was way better. Like it ran way more smoothly. And I'm like, can they just keep it this way? Because I mean, it sucks. Like going forward on Batman it's just not, it's not as good. It's not as good. I can't go back now. I can't go back to forward Batman, you know, I'm just gonna walk right past it again. Other than that, yeah, that's all I have to say about roller coasters. I think I'm gonna start bullying my nephew to get on roller coasters now. He's 8, so yeah, this is about the time that my cousin started getting me on roller coasters. And I was pretty tall, so they were like, Jaeda, come on, you got a few more inches, let's go, let's go, let's go. And you know, my nephew's pretty tall too, so you know, I think it's about time that I start bullying him to get on rides like I got bullied. But you know, I'm really happy for that because now I love roller coasters. Like it's some of the best fun that I have. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, then give it a thumbs up. And if you want to follow this series, give it a subscribe. Check out the previous videos in this series. Don't, you ain't slick. Yeah, thank you again for watching. I will see you all in the next one.